Boogaloo. Come on, Randy, suave, suave.
talking about the beat, yeah. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Yeah, beat that beat, beat that beat, beat that beat, beat that beat. Wanna move my body, yeah. Beat that beat, beat that beat, beat that beat. Wanna move my body, yeah.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to One America's 20th anniversary celebration. I'm Enrique Cerna, and I'm once again honored to return this year, my fourth year in a row, as your MC. I'd like to acknowledge that for those of us in Seattle, we're on the traditional land of the first people of Seattle, the Duwamish people, past and present. We honor with gratitude the land itself and the Duwamish tribe. I myself am the son of Mexican immigrants from Wapato in the Yakima Valley. My parents came to this country for opportunity, like so many others. And speaking of my hometown, One America is fresh off the heels of an important win there in Yakima County, a major legal victory for voting rights. The Yakima County Commissioners agreed to change the current unfair election system, the one that violated Latino voters' rights and excluded Latinos from serving. The right to vote is a huge part of what we're fighting for. We believe voting should be a fundamental right for all, not just a privilege for some. So tonight, we celebrate that Yakima Valley victory. We celebrate all that we've achieved over the past 20 years. But also, more importantly, we're here to launch the next 20 years of immigrant power and collective change. That's right. Did you know you're not just watching a celebration, you're watching the official kickoff of our 20th anniversary campaign. You probably already know we're the largest immigrant and refugee advocacy organization in Washington state, building power with and for immigrant and refugees. We're the vanguard of immigrant rights, and in the past 4 years, we've been hyper-focused on undoing the harm of the previous administration. We breathed a collective sigh of relief last November, but now we're hyper-focused on not just temporary, but permanent protections for the 11 million undocumented people living in America. We're seeking a permanent pathway to citizenship for the millions whose home is here and who deserve security, belonging, and the right to vote. A permanent pathway to citizenship. That's what we're working for. That's why you're here. That's why we're all here. That's our shared end goal. A just immigration system, education system, and democracy. With the new administration, we're no longer under constant threat, facing attacks from every direction. That's good, but it's not enough, not nearly enough. And that's where you come in. You can help us shape a future that's bright for all, not just a privileged few. You're here to fight boldly alongside us for immigrant rights. You can build power with us and, most importantly, for us. In the past 20 years, One America has grown into a powerful organization led by a powerful woman of color. Her own strength, determination, tenacity, and rise to power. Well, she's almost a microcosm, the personification, if you will, of One America itself. Roxana Norouzi reflects the change we want to see in the world. You'll hear from her directly, very shortly. But first, it's time to enjoy a musical performance from another powerful, inspiring woman of color. She's the remarkably talented, inspiring, Grammy-nominated artist, Hollis Wong-Ware. Take it away, Hollis.
Hi, my name is Hollis Wong-Ware. I'm a musician, a songwriter, and a community advocate, and I'm really grateful to be sharing virtual space with you all here today to celebrate the tremendous advocacy work of One America. I'm performing a song called Grace Lee. It's inspired by a woman named Grace Lee Boggs, who was born in 1915. She was a second-generation Chinese-American woman who went on to not only achieve her PhD in philosophy, becoming the first ever Chinese-American woman to do so, but she dedicated her life to social advocacy and social change work in what would become her home of Detroit alongside her husband, Jimmy Boggs. And what she demonstrated in her life was not only tremendous solidarity and being a pioneer of such, being an Asian American woman, even pre-civil rights movement, working with Black liberation leaders and auto workers in Detroit. But she also really had this vision for how we center creativity and imagination and art and social change. And obviously, as an artist, learning of her legacy and learning of her life's work was deeply, deeply important to me, to motivate me to think about my responsibility as an artist within the work of social change and advocating for the most vulnerable and marginalized in our communities. I dedicate this performance to my dear, dear friend who we lost this last year, Rahwa Habte. I miss her every day, and I think about all of the magical spaces that she created. Her superpower was really bringing together joy, creativity, connectivity, and the arts, and thinking about how that pushes the dial forward, how that pushes us forward as intersecting communities in solidarity with each other. And so I miss you, Rahwa, so much, and thank you for creating spaces of creativity and heart. And as we celebrate these 20 years of One America, may the work continue to be fueled by joy, creativity, women of color leading the charge. And so to that end, this is my song for you all, Grace Lee.
Eyes flickering, mind flittering like the neon light she was born above. She lived a way she had never seen done, carved a path beyond the concrete lines. in solidarity and sacrifice. Grace Lee knew there was better ahead. Grace Lee said to fling our vision open wide. Change is inevitable. We gotta reimagine everything. Reimagine everything. Move past factories and fallacies to cultivate who we are inside. Because if we grow our own, we can hold our own. Use our hands to build a world where we belong. A revolution born within a song. Grace Lee knew there was better ahead. Grace Lee said to fling our vision open wide. Change is inevitable. We gotta reimagine everything. Reimagine everything. La 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 la. Reimagine everything. Reimagine everything. Reimagine everything. Reimagine everything. Thank you.
That was fantastic, Hollis. Thank you so much. Now it's time to introduce you to our truly fearless leader, Roxana Norouzi. Roxana.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so excited for this opportunity to be here with all of you tonight. My name is Roxana Norouzi, and I'm the new executive director here at OneAmerica. So much of who I am and why I'm here today is because I was raised by powerful women. My grandmother was one of the first women in Iran to graduate with a high school diploma. My mom courageously left Iran in the midst of the revolution and came to the US as she watched her country crumble and her family scatter across the world. As the daughter of immigrants, I was taught to be proud of who I am, of my language and of my culture. Yet as a child, that pride was turned to shame because of a society and an education system that told me I was less than. And my story is not unique. This is the story for far too many of us. Eventually, that shame I felt turned to anger, and then righteousness, and then I got activated here at OneAmerica. And when I did, another powerful woman of color was there, our founder and US Representative Pramila Jayapal, who gave me an opportunity to lead, who pushed me, and who helped me see myself as I saw my mother and grandmother, as a leader. At OneAmerica, we invest in people to build power and to be leaders. Immigrants and refugees, women, LGBTQIA folks, youth, and people of color. I received this investment, and this is how I've led in my 12 years at OneAmerica. As the executive director of this organization, my big vision is to increase that tenfold, growing an even more leader-full organization. Now, we've come a long way since our founding after 9/11. When Muslims were under attack and Islamophobia was on the rise, we fought racial profiling and hate crimes. We've gone from defending our communities to advocating for better policies to building power inside of immigrant and refugee communities to make systemic change. And because of the power we've built, the last 20 years have been filled with so many victories. We passed the Washington Dream Act to expand college access for undocumented students. We enacted dual language reforms so our schools better reflect our beautiful multilingual communities. We passed groundbreaking voting rights protections and just won our first case challenging voter suppression in Yakima County. And when immigrants were targeted by the Trump administration, we came together and stopped countless attacks by organizing. We kept families together by passing the strongest statewide sanctuary law in the nation. And when the pandemic hit, we won $450 million in relief for undocumented families. Through our sister organization, OneAmerica's, we defeated Trump, electing a pro-immigrant majority and the most diverse legislature in Washington's history. And during this difficult time, we also got clear that reacting and resisting is just not enough. We committed to building power through organizing people, money, and ideas. And we committed to strengthening our beautiful movement for the long haul, to transform people's pain and hardship into liberation. We're at this important juncture right now where for the first time in 37 years, we have the opportunity to win a pathway to citizenship for the undocumented folks whose home is here. And getting to this moment took years of organizing and co-governing with electeds like Senator Patty Murray. We've been at this for 20 years and we aren't stopping. We have a vision, we're tenacious, and we have a lot of work left to do. So here's what we'll do. We will fight for democracy with One America Votes, endorsing and electing a new generation of diverse, pro-immigrant leaders who are accountable to and come from our communities. We will expand the right to vote to as many immigrants as possible, regardless of status, and undo election systems that suppress our votes and keep us out of the halls of power. We will fight for a child care and early education system for all, not just for a privileged few, by passing progressive revenue. We'll expand dual language and language access so that our schools reflect and serve our communities, and kids like me see their culture and their heritage reflected in the education system. And most importantly, we will keep building and strengthening One America, brick by brick, as an institution, a platform, and a movement home where people organize for our collective liberation and we come together and rise to power. And here's what I've gotten super clear on. Power isn't given or owned. Power is built. And it is built when we organize people in our community with a common self-interest. It is built when we step into leadership and take responsibility for building our movement. And when we do these things, we're creating the world we deserve, a world built for us by us. And we need each and every one of you to help us by stepping up as leaders, by turning your values into action, taking risks, and leading this organization together. Over the next year, we'll be celebrating our 20th year anniversary. We invite you to continue to invest in One America, invest your time, your resources, and your support to launch us into the next decade. Invest in us, because when we rise together, we claim our freedom together.
Thank you, Roxana. Investing in leaders is truly paying off, and we have proof. The proof is all that we've accomplished over the past 20 years. So let's take a few moments now to celebrate that together. Let's look back at 20 years of One America.
Power is not given or owned.
Power is built.
When we invest in people,
in our community,
We take what we know,
What we feel,
our anger,
Our pain,
our knowledge,
are resilient,
and turn it into action. The year 2001 was after 9/11, so many things actually changed in our world. specifically for us as immigrants. I went to work the day before September 11 and then the day after September 11. It was a completely different world for me.
We came here the same reason a lot of your ancestors came to the United States. Freedom of religion, freedom of speech, but after September 11, we feel those rights have been taken away from us.
It really pushed us out of our comfort seats to go out and engage. In the past, like other immigrants, you just kind of live in the shadows.
As an immigrant, it's always barriers, even we want to recognize it or not.
Being an immigrant in a place where you wanted to call home, but at the same time you really wanted to figure out how do you fit in, you use your survival instinct.
Nobody wants to leave the place that we were living. Nobody wants to leave our families. Nobody wants to live alone in this country.
In the early days, our work was a lot more tactical. To do whatever work come our way to defend people, advocate, find pro bono lawyers for immigrants facing deportation. We're fighting our own government.
Fui detenida por inmigración, aún teniendo ya mis documentos, todo en orden. En ese momento yo pensaba, si he tenido yo todos los documentos, no quiero imaginarme cómo las personas que no tienen un documento pueden ser tratadas.
One America is making me feel, as an immigrant person in this country, that I have a voice, that I have the right to be in this country, that I can do good things.
Nuestra lucha en OneAmerica es para todos. El lema de OneAmerica, justicia para todos. Todos estamos incluidos y hay diferentes razones por las que nosotros luchamos.
Something I would like to see different in the future is that most of the 11 million people that are living here in this country without documentation can use their immigration status. And I think there is a need for that, and then there is a need also for the community to really plug into this fight.
We need people to fight with us in this social justice.
Before, we felt like we're carrying the brunt of all these communities with us, trying to pull this whole thing by ourselves. But now it's really trying to kind of hand it back to these communities and empower them and get them to be just part of that movement.
Me di cuenta que podía ser parte de la solución de los problemas que nuestras comunidades inmigrantes estaban sufriendo.
The thing that changed for us in a positive way, now we have representation in the House, and we also have representation in the local offices. Now we have a voice from within that can actually advocate and help amplify our voices.
For the first time ever, we got elected 3 Latinas in Yakima.
I really love the style of this organization because it invites everybody. Everybody's welcome. The diversity, people from all over the world representing the immigrant communities.
I truly believe that there is no more powerful weapon in this life than the education. I show my children that there is no barriers how to get educated, but as an immigrant, I noticed that there are powerful barriers that can stop children to be successful. If I want my children to be successful, I have to do something. And when OneAmerica was introduced to me and I was able to talk to Roxana and Chelsea and Rick, I was like, wow, this is what I was looking. I was looking somebody that tell me that my children's education is important.
We still need to build power for our communities and also advance our mission.
OneAmerica has impacted in a very positive way my life.
Fighting for our liberty.
OneAmerica changed my life. OneAmerica is still changing many lives right now.
Being an advocate in OneAmerica, it's so important for me because I saw a change in my life.
You would just walk in this organization, you will never walk out the same. I grant you that. I grant you that.
Move to together.
Be joyful together.
Organize and work together.
We
Rise
together.
We rise
together.
We become our own liberators.
We make powerful change.
In our schools, our communities,
In our government.
and our movement grows.
"20 years ago, I founded this incredible organization called One America and led it for 12 years. And today, 2 decades later, it has turned into a phenomenal organization that is doing important immigrant rights organizing and fighting for all of us. And so I just want to say congratulations to One America on 20 years of beautiful immigrant organizing for justice."
Thank you, Representative Jayapal, for all you do. And good evening, everyone. I'm Misty Markham, filling in tonight for everyone's favorite TK, who is unable to be here due to a family emergency. However, I'm thrilled to serve as your auctioneer this evening. It's my honor to be a part of the One America family and part of this 20th anniversary celebration. Thanks for having me. So, are you registered and ready to demonstrate your support tonight? To give and invest in One America and the incredible work they do, simply text the words at any time, Immigrant Power, to the numbers 76278. This will make your gifts known and we will very much appreciate it. Or head to weareoneamerica.org/celebration and select the donation amount that's on your heart tonight. If you have any trouble at all, call our helpline 503-310-1036. And you can also show your love and gratitude and support through our social chat tonight. Drop in, tell us where you're joining from and why you support One America. Chatting is fun, and in the virtual event world, it equates to applause. So chat when you would normally clap. We'd appreciate it. It's because of generous supporters like you here with us tonight that One America can continue to build power and create positive change for immigrants and refugees. Through each and every legislative victory we achieve, we're building power. We're getting rid of outdated, biased election systems and placing immigrants and people of color in positions of leadership. We're co-governing with them and remaking who represents us. Take, for example, youth leader Alex Roque. When she immigrated to the U.S. years ago to join her family, she felt confused, terrorized, dehumanized, and disconnected, like so many others. Then she found One America. She found support. She started building her power and sharing that power, becoming the change we all wish to see. Friends, please meet the amazing, inspiring, and powerful Alex Roque.
I am Alex Roque, a One America youth leader, and I'm here to share the story of how One America has impacted my life. When I was in the 11th grade, I immigrated to the US from the Philippines. My family wanted me to have a shot at living a comfortable, happy life filled with opportunities. My parents and one of my brothers had migrated years ago, so although I was immigrating by myself, I had my whole family's guidance and support. However, it was still a dehumanizing and scary experience. The years of separation took a lasting emotional toll on us. And when I finally landed at SeaTac, sinabihan ako ng isang staff na pumila sa isang line. I did not know what the line was for. No one else in the line did. I was terrified and confused. When I got to the front of the line, the officer explained that Filipinos who come here for the first time are usually flagged down because they often carry contraband. Said it so casually, and then casually asked how the mangoes were, if they were genuinely as good as they say they are. When I was calling my family in the line and once I left, they weren't surprised at all. Because those kinds of assumptions and experiences are way too common for people like us. Expected, even, but it shouldn't have to be like that. For the first year, I was in extreme tunnel vision. I felt disconnected from the new American community I was in, but also not connected to a Filipino community. I honestly can't remember a lot of my senior year because I was just trying to survive. While others were figuring out how to apply for college, I was trying to figure out how to get a state ID, how to apply for healthcare, how to be a resident. Then I met Mona Mohammed, a youth leader with One America. She noticed that I had a passion for service and a passion for being in community. She then introduced me to Katie, a youth organizer, and the Youth Council. Things then began to fall into place. I remember a couple of months in, we had a council gathering where we cooked crepes to celebrate. I put ube in mine, and it was the first time that I had ube since I left the Philippines, and I just remember then it was something that I haven't had in a while, despite it being my favorite snack. And I knew that if I could do good and have amazing memories at the same time, then this was the place for me. When I started with One America, I had to challenge myself. I was scared of speaking out and of my accent coming through, which until moving here, hindi ko namalayan na may accent pala ako. One America supported me to grow and to step into my power. I now am one of the leads of the Language Access Committee for One America. And for me, it's about sharing power with my community and inviting them to build power with me. We're working to pass a language access bill that celebrates the diversity and multicultural nature of our state. Hindi po kasi lahat nagsasalita ng Ingles, at ang bill na ito, it will help make sure that we can not only survive, but thrive. If this bill had been passed when I was in school, I wouldn't have felt so lost. I wouldn't have had to figure out college and high school by myself, because language coordinators would have reached out to support me and my family. I would have felt like the education system wanted me to be there. Working with One America helped me get free from the tunnel vision I faced. I feel powerful. I know I'm powerful. Naramdaman ko na may sarili akong boses at impluensya, and I can focus on my future now, not just the day-to-day. The work that I do now is a homage to my family and everything that we went through, that we go through. That's why tonight I want to ask you to support One America the way that One America supported me. I am asking you to dig deep to make a generous contribution so that this organization can continue creating transformational change in Washington, in the US, in my life, and in the life of other immigrants like me. I invite you to be a part of this movement that has made me feel at home. Let's join together to lift One America into its third decade with an outpouring of support.
Thank you, Alex, for sharing your story. Thank you for all that you do as a youth leader, for giving back, and for your support. Now, friends, it's that time. Time to put our collective power, our money, where our mouths are, and step up for One America. It's time to demonstrate your support of One America by investing a 100% tax-deductible gift in any increment you feel compelled to give to keep growing our power. Our first level of giving this evening is $5,000, and I'd love to know, do we have any One America champions joining us tonight with a $5,000 gift? And I'd love to say thank you to Norm Bonci, overachieving tonight with a $10,000 lead gift. Thank you so much, Norm. We appreciate your support. And joining us as well is Jean Johnson with a $7,500 gift. I love the overachievers with us tonight. Thank you so much. Also joining us with a $5,000 gift is Sam McVitie and Jordan Goldwarg. Martha Kongsgaard also joining, and Sharon Chen, all with $5,000 gifts. Thank you so much. Who else will join them with a $5,000 gift? Remember, it's easy to give. Text the words Immigrant Power to 76278 to get it done. Your support helps One America create an education system which includes everyone. It celebrates bilingualism and reflects all cultures. One that values everyone equally, where everyone belongs, feels supported and wanted. That's the kind of education youth like Alex need. And we have the opportunity tonight to build it together. So please thank all of our donors that have given tonight at the $5,000 and above level, because your generosity provides so much impact. And you know how to thank them, folks. Drop into the chat, give them some love bombs, tell them how thankful you are. We really appreciate you. So let's give it up for all of our $5,000 and above donors. Thank you so much. Our next level of giving tonight is at $2,500, and I'd love to know who will join us as a One America hero with a gift of $2,500 tonight. And I'm going to look over here because this is my giving screen. I'd love to say thank you to Katie Rentschler joining us with a $2,000 gift. Please join us if you can at the $2,500 level. And recently we've seen so many examples of the harm our immigration system continues to cause. From human rights abuses against asylum seekers from Haiti to Congress refusing to act on creating a pathway to citizenship. It's time to rise up and act. It's time to claim our power. One America does the critical work to create a just immigration system that recognizes movement as a human right and keeps families together. Let's make Washington State a welcoming state and a leader in this movement. Let's invest in this now to create a pathway to citizenship for the 11 million people whose home is here. And I'd love to say thank you to all of our donors at the $2,500 level and above. We appreciate you so much. Remember to give your gifts. It's easy. Simply text the word Immigrant Power, all one word, to 76278. We try to make it as easy as possible. And folks, please give our donors a huge round of chat applause, which you know is lots of love in the chat. For us in studio, we'll clap. Thank you so much. We very much appreciate you. Our next level of giving tonight is at the $1,000 level, and who will stand strong with One America and give a $1,000 gift? And I'd love to tell you that to incentivize even more giving at this level, the first 5 new $1,000 donors will receive our gift of a curated celebration box featuring local and immigrant-made goods, including a signed copy of Representative Jayapal's book, Use the Power You Have, and original art honoring 2 decades of One America. So, who will step up this evening with a $1,000 gift? And look at this. Hamdi Mohammed is overachieving with a $1,500 gift. Thank you. Hannah Lidman is joining us with a $1,000 gift. Mubarak Elamin, thank you. Steve Lansing, Aliyah Gupta, oh, this is awesome. Chip Reagan, Christy Wood, all joining us with $1,000 shows of support. Thank you, Jasmine Marwaha, Lili Liu. Who else will join us tonight with a $1,000 gift? Remember, just text Immigrant Power to 76278 to make your gifts. The big issue at the core of all these problems, our democracy still doesn't represent all of us, and voting rights are under attack. One America fights against election systems that suppress votes of immigrants and communities of color, like in Yakima County. And too many are still denied the right to vote based on immigration status. One America and sister org One America Votes work to ensure progressive immigrants, refugees, and people of color, especially women, are reflected at all levels of office. That unfair election systems are torn down and rebuilt, and that we secure status and the right to vote for millions. Invest in us. Invest in this great work. Thank you, Marie Quiros, joining us with a $1,000 gift, and Keiko K. I really appreciate all of your donations, folks. Keep them coming in. Let's show our $1,000 donors and above a lot of love in the chat, a giant round of applause. What an astounding show of support tonight, folks. Thank you so much. Keep it up. Our next level of giving is $500, and I will urge you to step up and be the change you wish to see in the world tonight with a $500 or above gift. Who's with us? Look at that. We're being joined right now by Hina Khatri, Rich Stoltz, Shafali Ranganathan, thank you for your $500 gifts. Roxana Noruzi, thank you so much. Karem Levitas and Inoka Harat, thank you. Todd Fabian. Who else will join them with a $500 gift? Remember, text Immigrant Power to 76278 to make your gifts right now. One America has stood, fought, and organized the community through 4 long years of attacks and harm. With your support, they played a critical role in keeping families together and free with the strongest statewide sanctuary policy in the nation. With your help, they passed a $450 million pandemic relief fund for immigrants who were cruelly excluded from support. This is an org that gets it done, folks, but the fight is far from over. Now is the time to undo the harm of the last 4 years and to make real progress towards a just immigration system, inclusive and reflective education, and a democracy that represents every last person. Together, imagine a world where immigrants are valued, welcomed, and most of all, powerful. Let's make it rain for them, folks. Look at this. We're being joined right now by Jessica Ramos and Chip Reagan with $1,000 gifts. Thank you so much. And $500 gifts are coming in right now. Thank you to Karanbir Singh, Hina Khatri, Janet Gwillim, and Feliciana Peralta. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. My goodness, they're really rolling in. Thank you, Rich Stoltz. Thank you, Minal Gassamie. Thank you, Orlando Cano, Karem Lavitas. Once again, we really appreciate you. Thank you so much, folks. Keep them coming in, everybody. We love it. And Karem, are you giving a second time? Is that what I'm seeing here? I love this. Folks, give it up in the chat for all of our really seriously generous donors. We love you. Keep the gifts coming in. Let's give a huge round of applause for all of our $500 and above donors. Thank you. Tonight's next level of giving is at the $250 level, and I'm very excited to share that a loyal group of One America supporters will be matching the first 60, count them, 60 gifts of $250 tonight, 1-to-1. What this does is it doubles your $250, makes it $500 of impact for One America tonight. So let's help maximize this generosity right now. Please give a gift of $250 by simply texting Immigrant Power to the number 76278. I'd love to say thank you to Binal Gassamie with a second gift at this level. Thank you so much. Chris Helm and Teresa Fujiwara also joining us with $250 gifts. We've also got H. Kim, thank you so much. Carmen Berkeley, David Goldberg, Sarita Thornburg, thank you. Sheila Lang, Gretchen Engel, Shira Rosen, Jamie Strobel, and Martin Garfinkel, all joining us with $250 gifts right now. But you can see we still need a few more to maximize the match of 60 gifts at this level. So if you've given already, give again if you can. You can give as many times as you like, and in fact, we encourage this. And I'd like to say, it's very easy to do. Remember, just text the word Immigrant Power to the number 76278. And look at this. Do we have any new donations coming in? All right. In the interest of time, what I'm going to do is thank our $250 donors that have given already. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. And while the rest of your gifts come filtering in, we're going to move along to our next level of giving. But before we do, please give a warm chat thank you to all of our donors building power with us right now. All right, let's move to our next level of giving, the $100 level. Who will step up with a $100 gift right now? If you have yet to give a gift, now's the time. And remember, if you've given already, thank you, but know you can give as often as you like, and it's highly encouraged. So thank you so much. Let's see who's coming in at the $100 level right now. Remember, text Immigrant Power to 76278. Thank you to Sean Denby, Krista Gatewood, Adrian Noel, Michael Ramos, Omar Noor, Vidya A, thank you. David Goldberg giving 2 times at this level for $200. Thank you also to Ann Nagel giving $200. Ginny Heller joining us with a $100 gift. Amber Banks, Marcus Courtney, Miguel Maestras, Flora C, thank you so much. And Brenda Anibaro, Emily Thurston, all joining us right now with $100 gifts. We also have Vishal Code, Strom Peterson, thank you. Jessica Neves, Jorge Barron, Kara Ailey, Leslie DeZono with a $150 gift. Look at this.
Folks, you guys are so generous. Keiko K, thank you so much for your $200 gift. Jennifer Jennings, Schaefer, and Stephanie Shu, all with $200 gifts. Thank you so very much. Emily Thurston joining us 2 times with a $100 gift. That's 2. I like it. Brenda, A.K. Sterling, Dina Bernstein, Brian Chu, and Marisol Miranda. Thank you so much. Allison Carney giving twice at this level. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. I would love to say a huge thank you to all of tonight's donors. And, oh, look at this, Ruth Ann Quiros joining us right now with a $100 gift, as well as Diana H. Thank you. And folks, we're about 40 gifts shy of our $250 match, so please keep those gifts coming in. We would love to maximize this match. And look at this, Janet Levenger joining us with a $5,000 gift. Janet, if I were wearing a hat, I would tip it to you right now. Thank you so much. Also joining us, John Hoyt with a $250 gift. Thank you, John. And Jean Casoda, thank you for your $100 gift. And Heidi Schillinger joining us with $250. Folks, as your names continue coming in, I will recognize you and show you the love, but we appreciate you very much. So folks, let's give it up for all of our donors this evening. We really, really appreciate you. Your generosity allows One America to continue building immigrant power and creating systemic change in our schools, democracy, and immigration system. Please give it up for all of our donors this evening and know that your generosity is what fuels the great work of One America. Don't worry, if you're giving right now, I will come back and I will recognize you in just a moment. Remember, if you prefer to give a custom amount, whether it's $5, $5 million, or anything in between, simply text Immigrant Power to the numbers 76278 and add your custom amount, because every single dollar counts in this fight. And next, we're going to go right to Enrique. So let's see him.
Thank you. Thank you all for your generous giving. It's so important, so valuable. You're increasing One America's impact by investing, enabling us to build more leaders and more power for this movement, launching us into the next decade of immigrant power and collective change. I'd like to introduce you now to someone who's also deeply invested in the work that we're doing here. Seattle City Council President Lorena Gonzalez has a history with One America. She's also played a pivotal role in many of the victories we're celebrating tonight. Let's listen to her now.
Good evening, and thank you for watching. I'm Lorena Gonzalez, the first Latina elected citywide in Seattle history and the current Seattle City Council President. Many of you also know me as a Seattle mayoral candidate, but I'm also a civil rights attorney, a community advocate, and a public servant. But tonight, I speak to you as a proud, long-standing leader and former board member at One America. One America has a storied history of protecting people who are under attack and also building power for immigrants and refugees. Like my parents who immigrated from Mexico. One of the first things they saw when they came to Central Washington were signs reading, "No dogs or Mexicans allowed." They were isolated, degraded, discriminated against every moment of every day. They were migrant farm workers, and so were their kids, working low-wage jobs for zero benefits. My mom barely took a week off after giving birth before returning to the fields in Central Washington. Do you remember your first paycheck? I do. I was 8 years old, picking cherries alongside my family. I know the challenges immigrants face because I've lived them. I also know the resilience, tenacity, and work ethic that's inherent in us. It's what enabled my parents to save what little money they made to eventually buy a home and provide for us. And it's what fueled my drive to become a civil rights attorney, building power and enacting systemic change. One America and One America Votes shaped my career as a public servant. They gave me a platform to act powerfully, taught me how to organize, and supported me to win, like they have with so many other immigrant leaders. Together, we've brought community voice and power to the table and co-governed. And the power of people like us in office means we can accomplish great things. Together, we've fought for early education for all, which I personally benefited from as a Head Start kid, and then led on expanding through my role on the City Council. I'm proud of the role we played in passing the Washington Voting Rights Act. It helps ensure equal representation for communities of color. It dismantles unfair, outdated voting systems. It gives a voice to everyone. Another shared One America accomplishment and inspiring example of what's possible with immigrant leaders and people of color in power positions, the Legal Defense Fund. As a Seattle City Council member, I championed it. A $1 million fund to ensure low-income immigrants will have access to legal counsel when dealing with federal immigration authorities. The Voting Rights Act, the Legal Defense Fund, so many other victories in the past 2 decades since One America's inception. You see, I've been both outside the halls of democracy and a leader inside as well. And I can tell you firsthand, we need both. We want to co-govern with you. We need to hear everyone's voices. See, the work doesn't end when we elect allies to office. That's actually when it really begins. We need advocates leading on the inside and advocates pushing on the outside. That's how we, together, bend the arc of the moral universe towards justice a little faster. We need you. It only works if you participate with us. We have a lot to be proud of collectively, a lot to celebrate. We also have a lot yet to accomplish together, like a pathway to citizenship for the 11 million immigrants whose home is here. It's a scary world for many of us. These are frightening times, but the world is shifting. Can you feel it? Because I can. Even though it's messy and uncertain, it's also exciting. Because as I reflect on our collective history, with you and with One America, I think we've got this. We can fight together and we can win together. And we know exactly how to do it. By remaking who represents us, by electing more people of color, by lifting more immigrant leaders to power and co-governing with them. But this is only going to work if you participate. We can't do it without you. So please, stand with us. Keep supporting One America for the next 20 years and beyond. Support us with your time, your talent, and your dollars. Help us build a lasting institution and immigrant rights movement for the next decade.
Thank you, Lorena. That's right. Help us build a lasting institution and immigrants' rights movement. How, you ask? Support One America's fundraising efforts and their online auction, which, by the way, is open. So, folks, are you ready to have a little fun? We have 3 incredible live action packages to preview for you right now. Remember to bid on any of the online auction offerings. Head right now to the website weareoneamerica.org/celebration. Select the item you're interested in from the top of the page and then just follow along and bid. If you have any trouble or you need help, call our helpline 503-310-1036. Tonight we're starting with live auction preview item number 1, Palm Springs. Enrique, tell us about the Palm Springs package.
First package takes you to Palm Springs for a week of fun in the sun. You'll stay 7 nights in a studio or 1-bedroom condo at either the Vista Mirage Resort or the Oasis Resort. That's right, you get to choose. But both resorts are world class. You also get to choose the time of the year to go. Are you a summer or are you a winter? Now, summer is a golfer's paradise. The Oasis Resort puts you smack dab between 2 courses. Tennis, anyone? Or maybe you would prefer to lie by the pool and relax in the hot tub. That should work. Now, if you go in the winter, you'll hop on the picturesque aerial tramway for some great cross-country skiing before you relax in that hot tub. But no matter the time of the year, Palm Springs boasts beautiful art galleries. If you're into architecture, you can tour a number of mid-century modern buildings. La Vista Mirage has a phenomenal living desert zoo and gardens. Dining and shopping options abound as well. So who wants to go to Palm Springs?
I do. Place your highest bid right now for your opportunity to escape the cold, wet, wintry Pacific Northwest. Imagine, it's 42 degrees, it's raining, it's been raining for weeks. Not yet, but it will. How wonderful would it be to slip away to fabulous Palm Springs, get some vitamin D, a little mood boost, and some sun. This package could be yours, folks. Currently, I've got a high bid with Leslie DeZono at $1,000. Steal of a deal. The next increment that you would bid would be $1,250. I've got $1,000 bid. We just need $1,250. And you can place your high bids until Saturday, October the 2nd at 5 p.m. The online auction will remain open. So please make your high bid. You've got until the 2nd of October at 5 p.m. And right now, I'd like to see that you're having lots of fun. I think we've been getting some proof of awesome selfies all night long. So let's take a moment to check you out looking so fly. What do we have out there? Oh, look at that. Hi, Catalina. You look fantastic. Who else would like to join us? Thank you, Katie. Oh my gosh, folks, keep sending in your selfies. We'd love to celebrate you. Hi, Roxana and friends. I hope you're all seeing the fun that is happening at Roxana's. Hi, Andrea and fam. How are you doing? You look great. I love that this is Timmy the Dachshund is even joining us, drinking some what looks like bourbon. Timmy's my kind of dog. Thanks, Timmy. Robin. Hi, Robin and baby. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. We're so glad you're here. Hi, Annabelle. This is so much fun, folks. Send in your selfies. We'd love to say hi to you too. Glicerio, hi. How are ya? Thanks for joining us, Karina. We are so happy to have you all joining us tonight. Folks, this is so much fun. Keep sending them in. Hi, Bonnie. We'd love to say hi to you as well. We'd love to feature you. All right, we're back. And I think we should go visit Enrique so he can tell us about package number 2.
All right, let's take a look at our next item that's up for sale. Like all of our travel options tonight, this one has a 3-year window so you can travel when you feel safe. Let's get something to look forward to. Want to relax and swim in the world's clearest waters? Then you'll want to click bid right now because our next package takes you to the Grand Bahama Island. It's a 7-night stay for up to 4 people at the Tano Beach Resort in Freeport. You're near the Lukian National Park, which boasts one of the world's largest underwater cave systems, in addition to breathtaking gardens and nature preserves. You'll kayak, snorkel, even swim alongside pigs, if that sounds fun to you. Enjoy the 20,000-foot swimming pool with a swim-up grotto bar. Go snorkeling at Peterson Kai National Park. Or maybe you'd prefer to stay dry. That's quite all right. You can enjoy the art galleries and maybe even a paragliding adventure. You can hop on the daily ferry to Port Lucaya, also known as the gem of the Grand Bahama Island. All right, who's ready to fly south to the Bahamas?
Swimming alongside pigs. It sounds progressive. I'd love to go. Right now, we've got a high bid with Yoshiko Harden of $1,000. Folks, $1,250 would be our next bid, and this is still a steal of a deal. You can show the love for One America right now by placing your highest bid. Remember, you have until Saturday, October the 2nd at 5 p.m. to place your highest bid on this or any of our online offerings. And I'd like to enjoy a couple more of these selfies if you're in for it, because we've had some cute ones coming in. Looks like you're having a great time out there. Share some of the action from your watch party. What's everyone eating? What are you drinking? Cheers. Let's find out. All right, let's see who else is joining us in our selfie show tonight. What do we have? Any new ones? Oh, it doesn't look like any new things are coming in. Folks, this is your chance to be a star. Send us your selfies. Oh, there's Melissa. Hi, Melissa. Melissa's joining us from, it looks like work, because she's got a mask on still. Are you at work, Melissa? Hi, Elise. How are you? Oh, I love all the dogs joining, and babies. Magali, hi. And baby Xavier. Oh, look at the Agueda family. Hi. Look, oh, now we're getting kitties involved too. Lavelle, how you doing? I love it. Folks, Merdad, Pablo, and friends, they're having a little watch party. It looks like you're having so much fun. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Hi, Lori. Lori and Stella and friend, hi. This is so much fun. Keep them coming, folks. We've got Arlene also joining, and she dressed up for the occasion. I like it. Who else is with us tonight? All right, that's all we've got so far. But folks, keep them coming in because we love seeing how you celebrate. And right now, thanks for playing along. We really appreciate it. Enrique, tell us about package number 3. This is my personal favorite.
Final item up for bid also takes you to the beach. Which beach? That's up to you. The magic of Maui, Hawaii, or Malaga, Spain. Cabo San Lucas or Bali, Indonesia. Tough choices, huh? If you choose a Hawaiian adventure, you'll stay at the Kahana Villa Resort, where you get to enjoy the ocean views from your private lanai, a full kitchen, and your walking distance from shops and restaurants. Or how does Malaga sound? Club Marbella by Crown Resorts is where you're going to stay. You'll enjoy paddleboarding, scuba diving, parasailing, skydiving, jet skiing. It's also the birthplace of Pablo Picasso and Antonio Banderas. Maybe Los Cabos is more your speed. Zip lining adventures, humpback whale watching, or you can visit the not-to-be-missed Arch of Cabo San Lucas. Or would you prefer the Bayshore Villas in Bali, Indonesia, hanging out at your own private beach, enjoying top-notch spa services and guided tours? We know, it's a tough decision. That's why we're giving you 3 years to make it, and you can go any time of the year. So this package is an excellent choice for the indecisive ocean enthusiast. Sounds really good to me, no matter what you choose. And no matter what you choose, you're going to experience unforgettable biodiversity, history, relaxation, and adventure. So who wants to start planning a trip to paradise?
So many options, but I definitely choose Bali and go commune with my people, as my family immigrated from Indonesia. But they all sound fantastic. Will this ultimate beach getaway be yours? Let's find out. I've got a current high bid with Jorge at $1,500. Allison and Brian, it is not too late for you. Come back to us. The next increment would be $1,750. I have $1,500 bid, $1,750 for the advance. And remember, you have until Saturday, October 2nd at 5 p.m. to get your high bids in on this or any of our other online auction offerings. Show the love for One America. We really appreciate your support. And folks, I'd like to check in on a few of the gifts that have come in the interim and say thank you to some of our appeal donors that have given gifts. What I will also tell you is this. We are about 34 gifts shy of meeting our $250 match. Keep those gifts coming in. We will accept them until the 2nd at 5, and we would love to maximize the match. So in the meantime, we'd like to say thank you to Lillian B. Thank you, Jody, N, Andy, Sim. These are all folks who've joined us. We really appreciate you. We've got anonymous donations coming in. Gift of $100 from Trisha Assar. Thank you, William Mace, Rosella Hafer, Lori Sirocco. Folks, this is incredible. Keep the love coming in. Alex Hur joining us with a $250 gift. This is how we do it. Keep the love coming. Show up for One America all night long. And folks, in the interest of time, I really want to just say, keep the gifts coming in. Remember, you have until the 2nd at 5 p.m. to do so. Thank you so very much for your fantastic giving and undeniable generosity all night. Give yourselves a huge pat on the back. Little bit of virtual applause, and blow up the chat with praise. Thank you so much. You did your parts tonight to support One America. Remember, the online and live auction closes October the 2nd at 5, so get your bids in now, and please continue giving that $250 or above gift. We really appreciate it. Let's also give a lot of love in the chat for Enrique Serna, our Master of Ceremonies. He did a great job. Let's also show the love for the Markham live stream production team for streaming and producing a great show. Great job, everybody. I hope y'all had fun. It's also an important time to take action for a pathway to citizenship for everyone. So click on the link in the chat and send a letter to Congress members demanding that they deliver on their promises and create a pathway to citizenship this year. Yeah, we will be rallying to demand action across the state on October 11th, so look for your invite to join, and do join us. Please know this event has been recorded in case you'd like to review it. Perhaps you joined us late, or maybe you know somebody else who'd like to see it as well. Share it. Share the love for One America, because literally every dollar counts. Everyone can keep on giving. This concludes your time with me. I hope you had a fantastic time supporting One America with us this evening. Again, I'm Misty Markham with Markham Auction Agency. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you for having me. I look forward to seeing you again, hopefully in person next time. Enrique, take it away.
What an exciting virtual event. I hope all of you had a great time. Tonight, you helped build power for immigrants and refugees to launch One America into the next decade. And thank you once again to Alex Rocca for sharing your story, to our keynote speaker, Councilmember Gonzalez, our performer, Hollis Wong-Ware, and to One America's Roxana Norouzi. Please give a big round of applause for all of this evening's donors and sponsors. This virtual event would not have been possible without you. We appreciate your support. We also recognize One America's board, leaders, and staff for your incredible work. Thank you again to everyone for your exceptional generosity and solid support tonight. We will contact auction winners to deliver your prizes early next week. This concludes your time with me. DJ Jen is going to play us out, spinning some more tunes for us. Thank you for watching. We look forward to hopefully seeing you next year in person, and I hope that happens. Look forward to seeing you then. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Stay healthy. Thank you, and good night.
happiest 20th anniversary celebration going out to each and every one of you. Thank you so much, One America, for all that you do and beyond. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful night, and hopefully I'll see you again next year. Thank you.